Child 3, you have to trash an installed card, and a lot of times it's okay to trash like a bank job with 1 credit left on it. So we're playing against Spark Agency. Good luck, have fun. Thank you, you too. So Spark Agency is every time that they res an what's it called? An advertisement, we lose a credit every once per turn. So this deck is probably trying to capitalize on a differential of credits, which means we probably want a hand that has economy in it. Gabe is really good because Gabe can just hammer HQ and get money. So they always have a route to get to money in some cases. We have 2 good money cards. If we land a Siphon turn 1, we're actually probably in a good spot, but I think we can do better than this. Just because these 2 cards are probably dead, the same old thing, and this is a bunch worse. But that's fine. That's okay. We'll see how this goes. Icing HQ. No matter what, if they ice HQ, I think Gabe, you always want to first click run HQ, and they're gonna res this, which means we lose a credit. So if we do run HQ, there is a high likelihood that this is a pop-up window or a special offer. And either way, I still think it's worth running. We'll lose a credit and then we'll pay 1 for the special offer, but we'll get 2 credits back from running HQ. We could also dirty laundry, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I think we're going to use the dirty laundry to trash the launch campaign. So let's check this out. We can also dirty laundry to see the top of R&D. That's an IP block. Interesting. We don't have link. Trace away. So basically this card says pay 3. To not end the run, so it's basically we break it without a breaker for 1, right? Because if we pay 3, we don't have a tag, which is better anyways, and then we get 2 for an access, and there's a chance we also get an agenda here, but that's a pad campaign, so that's okay. We definitely want to trash this just because they're down at 2 credits, so it's going to be hard for them to ice HQ. The rest of the turn will probably poke R&D, run this, so we can actually draw once, and you should be planning your turn before, right? Keyhole is really good because if they don't ice R&D, they might just try and ice HQ right here, considering that things look pretty scary. We are running Faust, so IP block does get a bit better, so we're not going to sell a Faust for as long as we can. The only problem is if we do dirty laundry, we don't have 2 credits, so we have to click for a credit in dirty laundry. I don't feel too bad about that. A lot of people will play dirty laundry just to run archives, just to get the 3 credits, and as much as possible, it's really good to actually play it while you are doing something. Thanks. If you're just tuning in, welcome. This is the Metropol Grid. We are playing some games on the casual lobby of Jinteki.net just as a warm-up before we jump into some sort of deck building. We have the Keyhole, which we could slam on the table and just start getting cards out of here, and we could win perhaps pretty quickly. I am a bit scared about this deck. Like, if it wants us not to have money, it might be playing something like Hard-Hitting News, which isn't something they can actually threaten next turn. We can always run HQ for basically 1 credit, so maybe we do that first. We want a Siphon for that, right? Did we just go for the Keyhole? This is unlikely it was a Jackson. Yeah, I think we're just going to go for the Keyhole. Whatever. Oh, no, that's not right. That's right. So 3 cards off the top. Bombardment Virtual Tour. I think we want to get rid of the money, right? They won't have money for Sansan for a while, based on the way things are going. Bombardment Virtual Tour is also not great, but if we just play low credits, I don't know. The only thing is also we throw something in here. I have no doubt this deck is running Friends in High Places, so it's probably best that we get rid of this card that they can't afford. Because they can always Friends in High Places, Bombardment Virtual Tour on HQ, and that might suck. It's these 3 more cards. They got an Arc Lockdown, which is pretty good considering that we might want to recur account Siphon, so let's get rid of that. Let's go one more time. This might just be like a really aggressive denial deck. And we have a sales team. There's a chance. Oh, if this is a Sensi's, they can res it. They can afford it. So we also have no credits, right? So we're playing aggressively around their ability. These cards make me think this is Code Marvelous' Spark deck. What can you tell me about that? I have actually no idea what Code Marvelous' Spark deck. I'm gonna go for the aggressive play and just get rid of the sales team. If we had a Desperado, we'd be also in a very much a better spot. Going down to 0 also. Oh, it was a Sensi's. That's a problem. Going down to 0 is also kind of unfortunate considering this might have been a huge misplay. Considering that we need 4 credits to play something like a Temujin, and so this might be bad. I'm assuming that's a Jackson, so we might want to run Archives first, and then run R&D with Keyhole, just to see if that is a Jackson Howard, because they might just pop it on a single corporate sales team. And even with no money, like they could next turn in theory hard-hitting news us. Hard-hitting news also, as soon as we're tagged, IP block is something we actually have to deal with. Never mind, I'm wrong, apologies. Oh, no worries. think I'm gonna run archives because they also threw out a bunch of cards, so they might just Jackson everything up. We do have to trash this turn though, so I think credit, run this, but then they could res an advertisement and then waste one of our credits, so that could be unfortunate. Wow. Oh. We need 8 credits to steal all these NAPDs, which we obviously don't have. Great. This is gonna be alright. So going down to no money was probably a mistake. I want to trash this, so I'm gonna go credit, anything you want to do. Because if they have another pad campaign here, and it's pretty easy for them to have a... Oh, I guess they could wait for us to run server 2. Right? Because before we access, they res something and it wastes one of our clicks. Oh, it's a Jackson Howard. Okay, well, that actually worked out really well for us. I was actually worried that was a... That worked really well for us. I was super worried that was going to be... Thank you. That was going to be an advertisement, and that would have left the Sensi on the table. We're also now trashing the Sensi before they can put it back with Jackson Howard, which is kind of ideal. So let's trash that. So they're probably running 3 NAPD contracts, which means that those are agendas we can't steal currently. So that's going to be, unless we draw a bank job, and we're actually not drawing right now. They have money for ice. If that is an IP block, we'll have a tag, which is probably not good. If that's a pop-up window, we also can't get through it. So I think we're just going to slow down and click for credits. Drug dealer is something, this matchup is only good if you do have a lot of money. So how bad is it if we take a single tag? I don't think it's going to be that bad. Because unless they're running 2 Scorches, which we've already seen 2 Influence for Arc Lockdown, so I don't know exactly what you want with that card. So I think I'll just click for credits. If we have enough credits to put the Faust down, we can start keyholing. And even if they do res something, I guess if they res an IP block, it's not good. Oh my god, I caught a stream. My reward for being awake in the middle of the night. Hey, Izyels? I think that's how you say it. Thanks for tuning in. If you're probably, I'd assume in Europe, appreciate it if you made it this late in the evening. I know time zones can be difficult, but hey, thanks for coming by. So, we don't have card draw. Oh, they're playing a Jeeves right now, and they're resing it, and they're taking 3 clicks for credits so they can get an extra click so they can install a card. That's the optimal way to do it. And they are playing Friends in High Places like we thought they would. So the launch campaign is going to come back, and this other thing, the Sensi Actor Union, is going to come back as well. And they're going to res that, putting us down to 2 credits. So the question is, what piece of ice can they possibly res for 2 credits? It's probably a Pat campaign. It could also be an IP block. So I think we click for a credit keyhole. I'm going to try that. Because if this doesn't work, we can always trash that. Iziel was stolen, rude person. This is the casual lobby right now. We are just testing things out. Okay, so that's an offer you can't refuse. Or sorry, a special offer. This could be a Jackson on the table. It's less than likely. Oh no, we know what it is, right? We know exactly what it is. It's a Sensi, so we're going to trash that for sure. So, launch defame, best defense is something we don't want because we might float tags at some point in this game. I'd also stop same old thing, which we can recur Siphons with. So this seems like a really hateful mid-seasons deck, considering it's running best defense. NAPD contract is no good for us. Global Food Initiative is better, but if we steal Global Food Initiative, they can exchange of information us, as long as they score breaking news. So I think I'm just going to get rid of the Sensi, because the Sensi is the way that they're going to draw ice. And we don't want them to have ice, because it's going to make the keyhole a lot harder. Just a lot more difficult. So let's get rid of that. So they are making 3 credits, but if they don't have ice, it's not going to help them that much. And if they're drawing, then we can just run HQ and get through it. But yeah, they probably have ice now. So installed 3 cards to give the Jeeves model Byroid click. They're playing Scarcity of Resources, which seems weird considering there's a global food there on the table. Hey Jethrin, how's it going? Welcome back. Hope you had a good week. So I'm assuming one of these is a Jackson. Do we run this just to pop the current? Yeah, I think we do. Let's see if they goofed it. I'm assuming... Oh, sorry. Nope, that's totally wrong. I'm just going to run Archives, I guess? Is that a good play? We probably want to click for credits and just put Fast on the table. Let's run archives, because if they have a Jackson, they'll use it now, and you want to use the Jacksons as soon as you can. You want to get the corp to pop the Jacksons as soon as they can. So we'll steal the food. That might be a mistake. I think we now have to check both of these, considering if there is a breaking news on the table, exchange of information is turned on. So let's just check both of these. It's unlikely that they had 3 good cards to install. Clone suffrage movement. We'll pull back best defense, so we basically need to trash that, but, you know, we can't. So let's check this one too. Jackson Howard. Okay, well, things are not good. This is the reason why you play Wizard with Scrubber, because this deck would entirely fall apart. It's not going to do anything. Like, these are so easy to trash. We can trash one of these each turn. It sucks that you stream these hours. It's 3 a night in here. Yeah, Wings of Clarity. Sorry about that. That's basically all I can do. Like, I work till 6. I get home at 7, so it's unfortunate. In the near future, I might attempt to stream weekdays, something like that here, something like that. I know a bunch of my viewership does come from the UK and Europe in general, so that's something worth noting. But we'll see what we can do. That's like the YouTube channel always has stuff up, I guess, which is something. But all right, so they're putting a card on top of this, which means it's either either product placement, which is something we can't deal with. If it is, oh, well, hard-hitting news. We just lost, I think. We basically just have to go crazy, and yeah, we're not going to win this. Exchange of information's online. This is going to stop our Jacksons from doing anything, so I think all we do is click for credits. I have no doubt that this deck runs bank job. I mean, runs closed accounts. Let's see. Oh, West Coast, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Hey, what? That's not actually too bad. Okay, so what do? I think we want to find out what this piece of ice is, because if it's a pop-up, it ends the run, but meh. Oh, no, it doesn't end the run now. We can take a credit and go for it. Because they already rezzed oh, that's fine. We lose a credit. Take a tag. That's fine. We're just going to see if we can win. Faster. And the thing is, okay, that's a sales team, so I'm assuming if we run archives, they'll just pop Jackson, which is good for us. So that's 2 Jacksons out. And if they don't get proper ice on here, we're just going to kind of go crazy. The cool thing about playing this clone suffrage movement on top of clone suffrage movement is that you can play best defense every turn, or not best defense, you can play friends in high places, so that you can always put back special offers, which is actually kind of neat. They can't exchange you if they haven't scored. Yeah, I'm pretty sure though they run like a 2-1 or any of the 2-1s in NBN, and they're going to be able to score at some point. I think I'm just going to keyhole one more time. We have to be careful because they can't put best defense, so there's a lot of cards that we actually don't want to keyhole. In theory, the best thing we could keyhole at this point is psychographics, or even if they have kill options. Exchange of information is good too. So NAPD contract, putting in the bin is actually pretty good. Because if we put a pop-up window, they'll probably friends in high places back on R&D, and that's going to be annoying. So at any point in turn now, we could technically take 4 credits and then run archives, which is going to take us 2 turns, which is annoying. But we'll have to just kind of work on it. Notice we've drawn 1 card this entire game and we're still putting out a lot of pressure. And that's largely because of Keyhole, and this deck probably runs very porous ice. Oh, yeah, right. Best defense. Because they played this. I needed to get rid of clone suffrage movement. But that's okay. We'll just get single accesses and hopefully win. It's getting a lot worse. Yeah, I totally knew they had best defense. That should have been obvious. Okay. Well, I'm going to take a credit run here. I'll take 2 credits. No, I have to take 3 credits to run there, so maybe I just take 4 credits and run archives to get the NAPD. That seems okay, right? Actually, I probably want to get rid of clone suffrage movement. That seems like the most important thing. Because now they can't best defense every turn. Because no matter what I'll play, they'll clone suffrage best defense it. So let's get rid of that for sure. So we're going to access clone suffrage first. And get rid of that for 2. And then we have to access this so they get 2 credits, but whatever. And then we'll probably just run R&D once. Like, I don't care. 6 or 7 tags. If they're gonna, they just don't have the money to get the 13 credit Beal. And if we always see the top card of the deck. They're running a Manta Grid. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. It's a toll booth, so that's bad. I think we just lost now. Toll booth is really bad. Single axis and we win a week earlier. Single axis is not the way to win that runner. I totally agree with that, but that's basically the best out we have. Unless we can click for 4 credits, put down a... well, I guess we always have Faust, right? I'm assuming this is going to be a toll booth, which means we actually do have a chance of drawing into, at some point, drawing into... oh, that also could be a toll booth. But we run, I think, 3 inside jobs, so it might not be that bad. Let's see. Single axis is not the way to win that runner. Hello, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the Metropol Grid. I'm currently in the casual lobby playing against a really heavy asset spam, what's a Spark deck, and things are not going very well for Gabe, who has no way currently to deal with assets. Man to Grid is very interesting because they're going to get 5 clicks basically with Jeeves every turn if they play things intelligently. I'm assuming this is a toll booth, which I guess I'll actually run. Faust run remote. If I think it's a toll booth, if I install Faust, like I need to click for 3 credits and play Faust, so no matter what, that's not going to work. Especially if this is an upgrade, it's not going to work. So I just want to run here anyways, because if it is a toll booth, they'll spend 8 and I lose 0, and that seems good. I don't know what else this could be, and there's a chance I just won't have the money to trash it if it is something. Like, it easily could be a Santan. There you go, they just res a toll booth. So that's totally fine. So every time I run here, they get a credit. I think I just need to draw into my inside jobs. Because there's probably agendas in here. Special order that won't do it. Dirty laundry something. That's actually some money, right? Probably don't need this. Probably don't need the second one, considering, let alone, we just have Faust, and Faust is probably all we need. Is your plan to delay the game until he DCs? Kind of. I wouldn't say entirely. Like, we're up 4 points. And agendas are going to flood into HQ. So, like, if I just put Faust down, I only have to break... It's 2 cards to get into HQ. And that's possible. Do I want to trash Jeeves? I probably don't have the money for it. So I think I'm just going to credit, run here, and then play Faust. So let's just get the money in. Now we can start to contest remotes. There's a chance that this is an agenda and they'll score it. Do I want to trash that? No, but I want to put Faust on the table. So now we can actually get into servers and it doesn't matter that we have no money. They can still best defense your Faust. They can. However, they have to find it, right? Like, we've already thrown out 1. The chance of them finding another, like, I don't know if the deck runs 2. We haven't seen enough Wayland cards, so I doubt they're running Consulting Visit, considering they're running all this stuff. But advance, it's probably a Beal. If it's an Astra, that's just a bummer. Oh, I guess they can 4 advance, right? Oh, there's an Astro. That sucks. So now exchange of information is on, but that's like a really bad thing to exchange. That's not great. We don't have a way to deal with fast advance, obviously. Remember also, if we spend 2 cards to break HQ, we're getting 2 credits back. So that's actually a way to kind of like worm our way into the game. Oh, they're going to res that. I really don't care. So we run HQ, we only have to we break for 2, which let's do that. So 1 to break, and then we take 2 tags. So we're getting to the point where they can psychographics it out. Oh, well, we both did that, it's fine. All good. Get a single axis, there's a high chance we'll get an agenda here. Rebranding team, there you go. So in theory, if we can just have 4 credits and to get into here, we win the game. In fact, yeah, if we just draw 3 cards and run here, we probably win the game, considering that they res this Spark Agency on our turn, so that they can't actually make us lose credits unless this is a pop-up, but then we pay a card. So we just draw, and run archives. I think we have it. Unless this is a defensive upgrade. So we just throw out 1 card. I think Aaron Moran is not good right now. Because we can break pop-up with Faust. And we're going to ask the NAPD, and we just pulled it off. And it's a virtual tour, which doesn't matter. Good game. Wow, we did it. We managed it, and we played 2 outs, which I think was really important. Like, things were looking really, really, really bad. Man, it was going so well. It was going so well. Yeah, the keyhole was enough pressure. The fact, like, if they... The fact that one best defense was out of the game was the most important thing. Because, yeah, at some point our fast was going down. And the only other ways to break our IP block, I think the only answer we had is Faust. But if you played to your outs, it's okay. Like, we could always have taken single accesses. And whether or not we gave them 4 or 5 clicks on their turn, if we get the agenda off the top of the deck, we probably win. Thanks for the game, eh? Thanks for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, we just played 2 games.